Hello and welcome to Policy Watch, a weekly briefing of the top policy decisions of the government as well as international developments that have an impact on India. I am Kamal Madishetty and this is brought to you by Vision India Foundation. The Disabilities Bill has been passed by both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha this week in the just concluded winter session of the Parliament, which otherwise was a total washout. The bill has expanded the list of disabilities from 7 to 21 and has increased the quantum of reservation for people suffering from disabilities in government jobs and higher education. It provides for imprisonment of at least 6 months up to 2 years, along with a fine of 10,000 to 5 lakh for discrimination against differently abled persons. The bill also gives effect to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, of which India became a signatory in 2007. The Union Cabinet has given its approval for signing an MOU between the Ministry of Tourism and its counterpart from Kyrgyzstan for strengthening cooperation in the field of tourism. Some of the main objectives of the MOU include to invest in the tourism and hospitality sector, to exchange information and data related to tourism, and to encourage cooperation between tourism stakeholders, including hotels and tour operators from the two sides. The Mahila Police Volunteers Initiative was recently launched in Haryana in Karnal and Mahendragarh districts. Haryana has become the first state to adopt this scheme and has inducted the first batch of 1,000 Mahila police volunteers. The scheme, which was originally conceived by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, is a joint initiative with the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. Their primary job will be to keep an eye on situations where women in the village are harassed or their entitlements and rights are denied. One Mahila police volunteer is envisaged per Gram Panchayat across the country, who will be selected through a laid out procedure. Indonesia's President Joko Widodo made a 2-day presidential visit to New Delhi where he met Prime Minister Modi. In the joint statement, the two leaders condemned terrorism, saying that there must be zero tolerance towards acts of terror. They also asked all nations to work towards eliminating terrorist safe havens and their support structures, and also to stop cross-border terrorism. Both nations called upon all countries to implement the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1267 and other resolutions designating terrorist entities. This can be seen as an apparent reference to China blocking India's move to get Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar designated as a global terrorist. The two leaders also emphasized on increasing trade and investment and expansion of defense and maritime ties. On the issue of South China Sea, both countries said that the issue should be resolved peacefully. The Indian Space Research Organization has roped in a consortium of 6 companies led by Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited to deliver India's first industry-built spacecraft by late 2017. The contract, which ISRO signed recently, includes assembly, integration and testing of 2 spare navigation satellites consecutively. The Union Cabinet has given its retrospective approval to the MOU signed in 2008 and 2011 and the renewal of the MOU between the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India (ICAI) and the College of Banking and Financial Studies Oman. The MOU is expected to make a positive impact for Indian chartered accountants working currently in Oman and other markets, and also to those Indian professionals who intend to move to Oman to pursue their profession there. The government is looking to review the Information Technology Act, which is more than 15 years old, to strengthen cybersecurity infrastructure following the push for digital payments post demonetization. A close group under the IT Secretary has been set up to look into various aspects of the Act. The Ministry of Electronics and IT has also set up a digital payments division under CERT-IN, the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, to monitor and strengthen cashless transactions. all digital payment agencies have also been asked to report to CERT in any unusual activity that they may see on their platforms.